G'day, everybody. This is so cool. I've worked out how to go live on Instagram. Woo! Oh, crazy. You got to love technology. And today's stream is all about technology, guys. Now, I've got something yelling at me. I don't know which screen it is, but anyway, maybe it's one of my dogs. Hang on a sec. Let me just mute this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, no, there we go. We're good. How's everybody doing? All right, I'm going to bring this over here so I'm actually looking at the camera. And something is 1, 2, 1, 2. I know we're good. Anyway, I thought today, guys, I'd do a little stream. The weather outside's pretty ordinary and just here at home. And I thought I'd just do a little stream and do kind of a walkthrough of the Hermes Lite and also the Flex Radio. And the Flex Radio, as some of you may be aware, is actually in Australia. So basically, we're just going to do a little walkthrough and we're just going to look at them straight out of the box, and then we might just start calling CQ. So I don't have any plans, and this could be like Seinfeld, an episode about nothing. But anyway, I'm just living the dream. I'm loving this, guys. I'm having so much fun with all of this, and I've got to bring up the comments here. So Paul just put a comment on my video, one of my videos about the beam, about 11 meters. Paul, we need to talk, buddy. I am an 11 meters guy, mate. That's what got me into ham radio. And so just to give you a quick little background, so back in the early 80s, living in Australia, and I have no idea. I haven't even looked at one of those graphs when the top of the sun cycle was, but basically I remember my dad had in Australia, we had a 27 megahertz Pierce Simpson 40 channel CB, which had AM and sideband. And we had one in a couple in the Utes and one in the house with a station master. I guess it was like about a 5/8 whip, probably at 17 feet with a loaded coil on the bottom. And I remember sitting in the Ute, as we call it. That's I guess a short term for utility vehicle. And I just remember hearing stations from all over Australia. G'day, Rob. How you doing? G'day, Darrell. Oh, you love the shirt, buddy. This is one of my gig shirts. How you doing? G'day, Steve. How you going, mate? Andy, good to see you, buddy. So I remember where I grew up in Australia was way down on the southeastern corner, or basically in the state of Victoria, 150 kilometres or 90 miles northeast of Melbourne, and turning on this CB radio in the Ute with this little rubber ducky antenna that was only probably about 6 inches long, and talking to people in Western Australia, which is the same distance from Victoria. The state of Victoria to Western Australia is the same as Victoria to New Zealand. Then the next day, the skip would completely change and I'd be speaking to New Zealand. The next day, it could be completely changed and I'd be speaking to Queensland. So I was hooked. And my uncle was a ham. And sadly, he's not a ham anymore. His call sign was VK3AZP. All right, my audio's probably driving a little hot there, Trav. So there we go. I'll just turn it down. So anyway, so that's my background. Yes. And then the rest is history. And then I just was obsessed with radio. I loved it. And growing up in Melbourne, always managed a way to get antennas out. And then then CB went from 27 megahertz to UHF to the top end of around 476 megahertz, stuff like that. So anyway, guys, I'm going to do a little walkthrough. I think there's a bunch of guys. This is fantastic. G'day, everybody that's just joined. My name is Simon, and I'm the crazy guy that goes to parks and shouts at people. And I just want to thank everybody also for that's recently I won't say well, I will, but everybody that's just watched the video I did on the beam antenna and following me through this journey. It's like you know when you hear a song in your head, it's like an earworm, right? So this is like going down this journey of the beam is like a brain worm. And I think I picked up some spare parts today, and I did a little post on Discord. And g'day, Paul. How you going, mate? And okay, Don, how you doing, buddy? And Mike, there's Mike, my buddy Mike, Kilo 7, Charlie, Alpha, November. And never too crazy, love it. Oh, mate, good on you, Charles. How you doing, buddy? So, yeah, anyway, I'm very, very excited about the beam. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to put the as we say in Australia, there's the term, put it, I don't want to jinx myself. In Australia, as we say, I don't want to put the wazzer on myself, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get that thing portable, light, efficient, and resonant from 10 right through 20 meters. So that's the plan. So, yeah. So anyway, oh, I've got a little notepad here, and it's between that and this, the antenna book. There's everything. Well, there's everything that you ever need to know in this, and this is the Bible. Unfortunately, I've got the old green screen. But anyway, guys, enough about that. Let's have a look. I wanted to show you just quickly how I set up my interface here. I was going to do, and maybe I still will. I know some of you are probably you've heard about the Hermes Lite, and it's a lovely little interface and piece of hardware. I've got it over here, and I've actually got the XPA amp as well. So I'm just going to turn off my screen here. Andre, how you doing, buddy? Love the portable beam. Do you plan to use that aluminium tube on that, or thin aluminium tube on that? Stay tuned, my friend. Stay tuned, buddy. So let me just turn off the virtual background here, and I'm going to show you what I've got over here. So basically, there's look at this. I've got mixing gear. That's a drum machine. I've got all sorts of stuff over here. Anyway, so that's the XPA amp, which is the Zygu XPA amp, and right now I've got the alpha antenna outside. I'm running about 85 watts. There's the Hermes Lite, and it's a great little box. And all it does is runs basically from a Ethernet cable straight into, I've got it going into a dongle back into my computer. And it works really, really well, and it's dead easy to set up. And I'm going to show you the actual interface that I use here. So let's bring the screen up here now, and we're going to present. So the first thing, guys, if you're looking at doing any sort of SDR stuff on a computer, and you're going to be operating your audio through either USB or, in my case, a mixer. So I go from the mixer through USB into the computer. You're going to need like a virtual mixer. And it's very, very confusing. It's almost like accounting. Remember the days in accounting when an increase in an asset was a debit? And when I heard my teacher say that, I'm like, dude, this just makes no sense at all. Well, this is kind of counterintuitive as well, because the input is the output and the output is the input. So I use this guy here. It's freeware. It's called Voice Meter Banana. And periodically you will just get it's free, and periodically you'll just get a pop-up screen saying you can donate, and you can either just click X or you can give a few bucks, and it's fantastic. So as you can see, my channel 1 here is my audio in from my mixer, and over here, if I bring up the Flex radio and turn that on, and we go back here, you'll see that there it is there. So it's coming in through the desktop. So what this space essentially does is it blends all of the signals into one stream, one output. So it's pretty cool. So that's the first thing. The second thing I wanted to show you guys is obviously, here's the Flex radio interface. I'm going to put my headset on now. And I've got this set up in Australia. So at a glance, I mean, this is completely out of the box, but you've seen this, right? So I've done a couple of streams on the Flex radio, and that's all good. It works well. But what you haven't seen is this guy here. So this is the Hermes Lite, and this thing, g'day, Scott, how you doing, buddy? And this thing is absolutely amazing. So straight out of the box, I look at that and go, okay, this looks fantastic. But Simon, dude, you've got an S9 noise floor. And I do. See up on the very top right up here, guys? I have an S9 noise floor. So we've got a problem here. And I don't like it. And I'm working. I will say this disclaimer today, as I'm actually not going to be using any AI software to relinquish or get rid of the noise at all. I'm just going to basically just show you for what it is. And then when we start calling CQ, I am going to actually use the web SDR down in Utah just to make it easy. But I just wanted to show you this. So this is straight out of the box. The retail price for one of these Hermes Lites is about $370 US. And then you've got to buy the heat shim and another card that goes into it. So all up, you're at about 500 US for this guy, and it's very, very pretty. It's intuitive, and there it is. So if you listen to it, so it's got some fantastic straight out of the box filters too. So, and before we do that, I'm just going to show you. We go into the setup here. So here's where it gets confusing. So if anybody actually has the Hermes Lite, send me a message. You can either email me or just put a message below. But here are the input. Here's the driver. I use the MME, and the input is the microphone, obviously, because that's coming through my mixing board. I've got that as a line in. And the output is the voice meter, which is this guy here. It's the voice meter banana input as the output. Don't ask me why. It's counterintuitive, but it works. And I've fiddled around for a long time, and I was pretty happy when I finally. G'day, Modders. How you doing, buddy? I finally got it to work. So anyway, there it is. And if you come back to the radio here, so look, there we are. Look, we've got an S9 +5 noise floor. It's absolutely horrendous. So let's have a listen to this without any of the filters on. And then I come over here to the VAC1, and I just press that, and then there we are. And the great thing about this, all I do is just press the mouse, and I'm able to just basically just drag along anywhere in the band. So let's find a station here. Okay, so there's a contest going on. November 9 whiskey. All right, so here's where it gets really cool. So when you press NR, you get that, it's kind of sort of a compressed, crappy sound. But then you press it again, you've got this NR2. And then if you come over here, see what I love about this, it's all right in front of you. So there you go. So then all you can do is then you quickly go and adjust the bandwidth. So we're now on, look at this guy. We're on 3.3 kilohertz, and you can go up to 3.8. G'day, how you doing? DX Scotland, how you doing there, buddy? You know what, considering, guys, I've got an S9 +10 noise floor, that's pretty amazing. So here's the... So there's a very strong guy. If you and the great thing is you just drag and drop in, and you can easily move along the screen to wherever the stations are. Oh, 313. I'm going to stay away from my friend Carl. Anyway, we'll leave that one alone. I don't see any POTA guys out here. So anyway, so at a glance, it's fantastic. And this is Thetis. This is the Thetis version 2. And it's great. And I can't wait. My actual goal is to run this at the park. So there's a fair bit of work that I'm going to do. So what we're going to do, guys, I just feel like we're just going to be flying by the seat of our pants here. Chicken. Yeah, I know, Steve, right, mate? I'm going to pick my battles here. No, he's all right. Just stay away. All right, here we go. So this guy here is very, very strong. So we just click on, we just turn the volume up. So then if I mute this and I go over to let's go over to Flex Radio. So now, guys, a big consideration is look at the noise floor in Australia. Basically, I don't have one. I've got about an S3, right? So it's going to sound way nicer because that's at the farm in Australia, right? And now we're on 10 meters. But then I look at this. I'm just going to turn this down. But I look at the interface on this and go, okay, all right. So is it as user friendly? Well, let's find some stations here. Let's get away. There's one here, I see. You know what? Let's find a really strong station. Where are the Aussies right now? It's 11 in the morning on Saturday. They're probably all on 40 meters. Yeah, there's a couple of strong guys.
Yes, no, that's right. I don't think anybody could hear him.
Okay, so if I look at the filters on the Flex Radio at a glance, and like I say, guys, this is completely out of the box. That's right, Trav. Right? I mean, it's crazy. But so I've got an I've got an S5, S6 noise level on 40 meters. But then if I click on the NB, so it just has the one NR down here, guys. You see that? So there's some pretty aggressive noise filters, which are great, and you've got a similar capability here to adjust the what am I trying to say? Yeah, adjust the bandwidth. I don't have enough hands here.
Well, mate, but all good signals into Denny this morning.
Oh, he's in Deniliquin, near where I grew up.
The bush this morning, 15.7 degrees earlier on.
So there you go. So that's the Flex Radio at a glance. It's fantastic. So it's apples and oranges. So the price tag of that is 2 or 3, 4 times. And then we've got the theta. So I've got that set up here. I've got a 20-meter. Compare the noise reduction. The NR2 on the Hermes Lite radio just blows. I couldn't agree more, Don. G'day, Don. How you doing, buddy? Absolutely. So the NR2 is amazing, and it's actually I've been fiddling around with the AI noise reduction, and I've got to work out. There's a little bit of latency. I get some sort of like phased sort of delay. But what we're going to do here, we're going to do exactly what Don says. Is we're going to find a station here.
He's the one who actually
Now we're going to do NR2.
I've never saw one before.
All right, so we're on. He sounds American.
One of the
he's European.
They had one on a fisher pole. And as I was walking into the building, I looked up and
he sounds actually.
I said, what is that?
Oh, interesting, Don.
Does it work? He says, oh, yeah, it works real well. I kind of looked at it.
So, guys, just bearing in mind, this is an S9 plus 5 noise floor. So there's the Thetis, and then we go to the Flex.
Out there, and the Step-IR guys who say, oh no, Step-IR's better. Well, along the boundary fence a bit here and there. I'll just do one really good spray, and that generally lasts for about 3 months.
Now, the only way that I've been able to get the noise out of the Flex is by using. I've been using the AGC.
Had the bloody voice sprayer out. You spray one,
but it really diminishes the actual signal.
Start looking at
and main thing I want to do today, guys, is just provide you with some information here on just a comparison of the Flex Radio. So that guy's an S9, right? Look at that, he's strong, 5.9.
Where I spray, so I might look at some other potent stuff out there, Canova.
And then if we go back, so if we mute him, and then we go back to the Thetis with a S9 plus 10 noise floor.
He
that is the antenna. You got to put that, and the base of the antenna was 1 foot down. That's what he.
And then the spectral noise blanket is spectacular. Basically, it gives you the whole equalizer. So that's why I'm going to be using the Web SDR. So this is a little beauty. I love it. It's really fun. And having that connected up to this little XPA amp is pretty awesome as well. And I'm learning a lot here as I go. I really appreciate it, Don. All the great comments here. This is fantastic. G'day, Andy. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you have the same noise floor. Okay, so interesting. So, all right, guys. Well, let's okay, there's a very strong station. I want to find a. So let's find a frequency here. So there's two things. You want to play with the Flex Radio in Australia. That's we can work some guys there. I don't see the bands being too open, and we're sort of in the doldrums right now. It's like 11:30 in the morning. And it seems like the higher bands, 20 looks actually dead right now. And that doesn't usually come alive until sort of later in the afternoon when Europe starts thundering in. Yep. 15. Yep. I don't see anything on 15. And I don't see anything on 10. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to mute this, and I'm learning as well. So let's give the old Thetis a run here, and I'm going to try to multitask and log here, and we're going to I'm just going to have a little sip of this lovely craft beer from Driftwood. It's really, really nice, actually. I live in craft beer heaven up here. So what we'll do is we'll start calling CQ, and let's see if we can rock this thing. I'm curious to see how the audio is, how it performs. I'm basically going to be receiving through the Web SDR because S9 plus 10 is just hideous, as you can see up on the right. Look at that. I've got a 1-to-1 resonant antenna outside. I've got the alpha antenna. And g'day, see you, Steve. See you, buddy. All right, mate. So let's receive on the Web SDR. And let's call CQ. So, guys, let's find a frequency. Let me know what frequency works for you, and we will get it rocking. I'm thinking I'll go off what the Web SDR is clear on. Let me see. Top end of the band is pretty clear. 14.345. You know what? Let's do that. All right. So 14.345. Let's go up to 14.345. And I'm going to try to log and mute and do everything else in between. And I'm just going to quickly check my SWR. I'm running out. I'm coming out about 75 watts. And I am good to go. Turn this down. And then if I see your signal there, guys, in the actual on the waterfall, I'll mute it, and then we can run it that way. All right, so here we go. Let's give this a crack. Holy smokes! Talk about flying by the seat of my pants. I love it. This is awesome, and thanks everybody for watching. I'm speechless. All right, guys, so let's give this a go. I'm going to try to juggle everything here. I can't make any promises. I can't really see what on earth I am doing, but what's new? But that doesn't stop me, mate. You know what they say in the music industry, right? It's wrong and strong. All right, here we go. Let's call CQ on 14.345. I just want to see if this frequency is in use. Actually, first thing I want to do is see if I can hear myself on the Web SDR. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo and X-ray. Oh, yes, I am loud and clear. Holy smokes. All right, I'm going to mute that. So this is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. We are doing a little home stream from my QTH running the Hermes Lite, and I'm coming out at about 75 to 80 watts through my XPA amp. This is really, really fun. So, guys, if anybody is out there and can hear me, all right, okay, come and say good day. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray, standing by.
San Francisco.
Okay, I heard my buddy Kevin in there. Kevin, Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo. How you doing there, buddy? I don't know how on earth I'm going to log this. I don't have enough hands, mate. It's just crazy. But Kevin, you are about a 5.7 into the SDR, and how do you copy me, mate? Over.
55, over.
Roger, mate. Well, thanks for the 5.5, buddy. That is amazing. You're a 5.9 up here into British Columbia, Kevin. And how is the audio on the radio, QSL?
Audio is good. I'm getting some QRM 2K just up from you at 347. A little QRM bleeding over on you on this frequency, but you sound good in between that. Over.
Roger, mate. Should I move down a couple of kilohertz, or what do you suggest, Kevin? Over.
Just to give you a little cushion. Over.
Roger, mate. Okay, we're going to move down a couple of KCs, guys. Let's go down to 14.343. 14.343. You guys are awesome. We'll see you there. There we go. Oh, that's nice and clear. Okay, guys, this is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray, running the Hermes Lite. Yes, the Hermes Lite with the XPA amp. We're calling CQ and standing by.
Whiskey Bravo 9, Yankee Victor Mary.
Okay, the Whiskey Bravo 9 station. Go ahead, buddy.
Video live. Good to make contact with you today. Starting about 5 and 8 into San Francisco, Simon.
Roger, mate. Thanks for the 5 and 8 into San Francisco. I'm trying to run all these buttons at once. It's a little hard, but you're booming in, mate. You're a 5.9 into the web SDR, and I'm just looking on the waterfall. I think you're about a 5.7 up here as well, buddy. QSL.
I'm in QSL. All right, I know there's other stations calling, so good to make contact with you this evening. VA7 VIX WB9 YVM San Francisco.
Roger, mate. Thanks so much for coming out and saying good day. This is an absolute hoot. Have a fantastic weekend, my friend, and 7-3. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray, trying out a new Hermes Lite with the amp and live streaming, and I've only got 2 hands, but it's a hoot, and you guys are awesome. QRZ. November 4, Zulu Delta X-Ray. Darrell, woohoo! How you doing there, buddy? Darrell, you're about a 5.6, mate. 5.6. 5.6. QSL.
QSL. I've got you about a 5.6 also. A little bit of QSC, but got you in there.
Roger, mate. And how's the audio, Darrell? QSL.
I lost the first part of that. Try that one more time.
Roger, mate. I'm just wondering how is the audio on the microphone here, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Audio sounds really good. It's not too bassy, and it's not a lot of treble in it. It sounds real good.
Roger, mate. I've actually got to do. It's really funny. I've got to use the. You know what? I need to know. Don, can you type in here? I need to know how to do the hotkey. Anyway, I'm using M for muting the web SDR, and then I'm trying to unmute the. Oh dear. Anyway, Darrell, a pleasure, mate. Give your lovely wife a hug from me. Love you, buddy. Hope you're doing great down there, and thanks for playing radio, mate. QSL. All right, buddy, you take care down there, mate. And 7-3, this is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray, QRZ. This is Victor Alpha 7. Oh, I know why. Whoop, hang on a sec, guys. I know what the deal is. I'm running the amp too hot. Funny. All right, guys. So there's a good little piece of info. See this here? I'm driving it too hot, and the old XPA amp has shut off on me. So there you go. So this is really fun, interesting. So I think I was driving it too hot. So now I'm going to dial back the drive, and let's see how we go now. Yep. All right. All right, sorry about that, Darrell. I was driving it too hot, and I think the good old Zygu linear amplifier just decided to shut down on me. So anyway, sorry about that, mate. I was chatting to myself, but thanks for coming out and saying g'day, buddy. Have a great evening and say g'day, hugs to Lorene. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo Indy X-Ray, playing a little bit of radio here, QRZ.
Not a problem, Simon. 73, my friend.
Good on you, mate. Take care, buddy. Thanks so much, Darrell. Take care, buddy. 7-3. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo Indy X-Ray, coming to you on a Hermes Lite and two hands and trying to fly a Boeing plane here. Anyway, anybody, anywhere, come and say good day. Love to hear from you, QRZ. Okay, I'm going to mute that. I'll leave that going. All right, guys. Well, we made a couple of contacts. It's okay. You're there back now. Sorry, mate. It's really, really interesting. It's a little cumbersome. It's the same as the Flex Radio. How you've got to go up here to Mox. And ideally what you'd want to do is have like a hotkey. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray. Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray. We're calling CQ and standing by.
1 Kilo Lima 7, Bravo Golf.
There you go, guys. Oh my gosh, guys, I've turned off the web SDR. Holy smokes, what a breakthrough. Woo! I'm actually using, so here we are, guys. I've got a 10 over noise floor here, and I heard about 4 stations there directly on the radio, so I don't need to use the web SDR. How good is this? All right, guys, I heard a couple of you. I heard a whiskey in there. Go ahead, buddy.
Sounding pretty good tonight, over.
Roger, mate. Considering I've got like an S9 noise floor, buddy, you're definitely a 5.9 up here into my home QTH, into the quote-unquote shack QSL. Woo!
Roger that. Well, thank you for the flowers on the signal report. You're about 5 and 7 tonight. So Harry seems to be doing pretty good for you.
Roger, mate. I've just got to get the noise sorted, and I think I can turn the AGC down. But it's amazing that I'm able to hear any signals with a S9 noise floor. So thanks, mate. Thanks for coming out and saying g'day, and have yourself a fantastic weekend.
Simon, be careful, stay warm and inside.
Roger, mate. You as well, buddy. And guys watching the stream, I've got to show you something about the AGC. It's really cool. Anyway, guys, this is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo Indy X-Ray, QRZ.
Kilo Lima 7, Bravo Golf.
Kilo Lima 7, Bravo Golf. How you doing there, buddy? You are a 5.9 up here into British Columbia, QSL.
QSL, you're 5.9 here in Anchorage. Although a couple weeks ago, when you were on the tape measure on 10 meters, you had a stronger signal. Go ahead.
Roger, mate. Well, that's because I'm at my home QTH with an S9 noise floor, QSL. So, guys, if you see how the noise just disappeared. Roger, mate. Well, thank you so much for coming by and playing radio. And is it actually starting to warm up in Alaska yet, QSL?
Negative. It's about 15 degrees Fahrenheit today. And a lot of snow and a moose in my backyard.
A moose? Holy smokes, a moose. Is it a big male or is it a female? Horns or no horns?
This time of year, nobody has horns.
Oh, Roger, that is awesome, mate. Well, say good day to the moose for me. That's literally straight out of Northern Exposure. Hi.
QSL 73, Simon.
Good on you, mate. You take care, buddy. You have a great day, and 7-3. And just stand by one sec, guys. I'm just going to show some guys in the live stream here. And if you're interested, anybody that's out there in radio world, I'm actually live streaming. I'm doing a little bit of a demonstration of the Hermes Lite radio running. How many watts am I running right now? About 75 watts. And so if you go to VA7BIX into YouTube, you'll see the live stream, and we are about 36 minutes in. So just stand by one sec there, guys, and I'll be straight back. So, guys, what's really cool? Did you hear how the noise disappeared? And what I love. So if I go over here to the AGC. Check this out. This is absolutely mind-blowing. So this is something that the Flex doesn't have. And see the little line there? It's amazing. So basically there's your squelch. So what you're doing there is, okay, I want to get rid of the superfluous noise there. So I'm going to bring it up or down. So that's pretty sweet, I got to say. And then you heard how I was able to mitigate, diminish, get rid of a lot of that noise on that last conversation, last QSO. So let's leave the drive at about 45. So the drive, guys, I'm finding is very sensitive if you're running an amp, and I overdrove the amp. So yeah, so basically it's a fine line of how hot you want to be able to modulate or be pushing your signal into your amplifier. But and then if you go here, so there your noise increases, right? So it's disgusting. So I'm going to bring it up right to the edge there, and it's almost like a squelch. And let's see how we go. Sorry about that, guys. CQ 20 meters. This is Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-ray. Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-ray, having a little bit of fun here on the Hermes Lite. We're calling CQ and standing by. And then we'll bring the AGC down a little bit. CQ 20 meters. This is Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-ray. Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-ray on 20 meters here, playing with the Hermes Lite. Of course, we're on 20 meters. Anyway, we're on 14.343, as everybody can see. We're calling CQ 20 and standing by. All right, so that's pretty amazing. So if we go, so there's a very strong signal down there. All right, so I'm going to mute this, and now we're going to go to the Flex Radio and see if we can make a couple of QSOs down there. 10 meters looks dead. Let's try 20 meters, 20. Is there any DX, guys? Anybody, what time is it? Any grey line happening in North America? Are you hearing any DX from VK or ZL at the moment? Because we could certainly give it a crack. Just trying, seeing what 15's like. 15 looks dead as well. So the equivalent, as Don says, on the Flex Radio doesn't have the NR2. So it's got the NR1. And then basically you've got your NB and your ANF. And then what you do here is you toggle your, this one here. So, and I don't know. I mean, look, I don't want to say that one's better than the other, but for price point, I'll tell you what, the old Hermes Lite's pretty amazing. And I figure that you could get into the Hermes Lite with an amplifier. Kid you not, guys. You could get into the Hermes Lite with an amplifier and a laptop or a computer if you want to run it as basically a remote station. And the beauty of the Hermes Lite, this is a huge plus. So let's say, for example, you guys are not interested in doing all of the port forwarding, or you want to use it with Starlink. So Kyle told me, and I've since looked it up, is you cannot run the Flex Radio. Maybe it's changed. You cannot run the Flex Radio remotely with a Starlink setup. And I don't know if it's because it's a dynamic IP address. That's above my pay grade. I don't know how that works and all that stuff. But what I do know is if you use the Hermes Lite, guys, you're using third-party software like Thetis, you can use Google Chrome. So you do your desktop Chrome. So you don't need to go in and do all the port forwarding. You just share your screen with any computer anywhere in the world. And essentially, that's right, Norman. I know. So basically, essentially, so there you go. So Don, look at there, Don, November 5 Sierra Kilo Tango. Absolutely, Don. But to me, that is a huge, huge winner. That it's not proprietary. It's not like closed. It's not a closed shop, so you don't have to know all about port forwarding. You just set it up as a Google Chrome desktop, share the desktop. So I figure I can get into something like the Hermes Lite for about, with an amp and a computer, with an entry-level computer. Now, Chuck, KK6USY, did say, and I'm going to bring this up here right now, did say that it uses a lot of CPU. So let's have a look at the CPU usage right now. So right now I'm running the Flex Radio, and I am running the Hermes Lite, and I am also running all of this audio interface, and I'm streaming through StreamYard. And yes, it is a gaming computer, but I'm only using 30% of the CPU, which is pretty awesome. So you could easily not have a gaming computer, I would say, and be able to run a Hermes. So I would say all up with a good 100-watt amp and a computer and the whole setup, you could be into it for $2,000. So the Flex price, I think you're looking at about $2,400 US just for but it is a standalone. So whatever your preference is, whatever your choice is, I just find that this has been a big eye opener, and I love the fact that it's open source and that you're able to get in there and any piece of software that you use, whether it's Thetis. Don brought up some other ones, the Anon. There's a bunch of other bits of software, and I know I was talking to Steve who wants to get one temporarily offline. So imagine if you can populate on your whole screen, and maybe you can do this on the Flex, but you can populate on the screen. Basically, if you can see if the code is open, you can see you can scrape data from, say, the PODA app, and then you can populate on your screen where everybody is on, at all the that are activating PODA sites. So it's pretty cool. I'm really blown away with it. I haven't done enough stuff here, but in defense of the Flex Radio, this is pretty sweet. And I did have one runaway on me that scared the living crap out of me. I was keying down doing FT8 on 100 watts in Australia, and and something happened. I use Casa. I use one of those little, those little Wi-Fi plugs that you plug in, and the thing ran away on me, and it locked down, and I wasn't able to shut it down. So I thought, I'll say, quote unquote, shut it down. So I rang my sister in a panic. I said, Susan, you got to get to where are you? And she said, I'm in Melbourne. I said, okay. So I had to get her neighbor to come over and pull everything out of the radio. So it was pretty scary. So if you're doing digital with remote, be wary of that you can get runaways, and it's pretty scary if you're keying down at 100 watts. So I do love that about the 7300 is if it keys down for, I think there's like an automatic shut off, and I'm sure you could possibly code that into something like the Thetis. Maybe you can do that with the Flex, but I do love the Flex. It's pretty awesome. And it doesn't use a lot of bandwidth, I'm finding. I do find that I have to go in here and adjust the display. So see your rate here. So this rate, when if I'm using a lot of CPU, I'll turn the rate down to like, 25 to 30. And I use the frames per second. I just slow everything down, because otherwise it can start stuttering. And if you're doing Wi-Fi, okay, Don, I can't wait. I'm trying. I want to read all these great comments. Carrier grade NAT is why Flex Remote doesn't work. Interesting. Kevin, I'll be in Iowa for 3 months in May. Look at this. You guys are awesome. Not hearing anything on the bands. Okay. Okay, and VK convinced me to pick up a Hermes Lite about 4 years ago. Loved the radio so much, I sent him a Hermes. Oh, aren't you a sweetheart, Don? Well, there you go. So anyway, enough of the comparisons. We got apples and oranges, and they're all fantastic. And but while we've got this set up, let's see what we can hear in Australia. And I know there's a couple of VKs there, so maybe guys, let's get on 20 meters. And I think I saw there was a VK and ZL. I'll be able to get you, Norm. I'll be able to get you in New Zealand. So let's do 20 meters, mate. Let's hang on one sec. What's going on in here in 15? Let me unmute. And if you'd want me to shut up, guys, I will. I'm just rambling. So I apologize for all of that. Okay, that's pretty weak. All right, let's go to 20 meters. I do love that, though. It's nice and quiet. I can't wait to have a low noise floor. All right, guys, let's go to 14,343. That's where we were, right? And I'm going to call CQ from Australia. So over the antenna I've got over there, Norm, I have a end-fed half wave. It's made by is it My Antennas in the US. I'm tempted when I go down there this time. I've sort of become obsessed with beams, and I've really got the taste of what true gain is. And I just don't know how I can make a beam and leave it. And then you got to rotate it, because in Australia, if I want to work the US, I've got to point it northeast, and if I want to work Europe, I've got to point it northwest. So you're looking at basically sort of a what's the word I'm trying to think of? But basically, you're looking at about a 90-degree. What's the word I'm trying to think of? I used to use it in trading all the time. Oh, I can't even think. Anyway, you've got a divergence. You've got a divergence of 90 degrees. All right, guys. So I'm going to call CQ on 14,343, and if anybody can hear me in Australia, New Zealand, anywhere in the world, come and say good day, and we'll see how we go. And you'll see down here, guys, so this is 8,500 miles away, so about over 13,000 kilometers. We have a latency of 218 milliseconds. So I'm just going to move that comment of Don's there so you'll see it. So right down on the bottom here, guys, see this little bar here? This tells you how much latency you've got and the status of the network. I never usually get green. My sister has Telstra down in Australia, and it's pretty good, but so we've got about quarter of a second, between a fifth and a quarter of a second of latency. So it's not bad. And if we can make one contact, the guys typically think that for a remote station, it's pretty extraordinary. There you go. That's Darrell. There you go, brother. That's a great idea. Okay, Norm, so you're hearing. Okay, I'm going to start on 20 meters here, Norm, and then we'll go to, we can try 10 meters. Okay, here we go. SWR high. I just got to tune it up. CQ20, 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 CQ20 meters. I've got to change my call sign. This is Victor Kilo 3 Bravo India X-ray. G'day, Mike. All right, I better change. VK3 BIX. We're going to change our frequency. Hang on one sec, guys. Sorry about that. All right. Abort. All right, let's go. So, all right, give me a frequency there. What about, what's clear for you there, Mike? Mike, in November Golf 9 Bravo. What's clear for you, buddy? Give me a frequency, and I'll start firing away. And woohoo from Scotland. Oh yeah, good on you. How you doing there, Chris? Good to see you, buddy. And cheers, guys. So I'm thinking about if I can swing it, possibly doing a Saturday stream, because my daughter now, she's a little drummer. She's a hot little drummer, and she's been asked to join a band. So I might be able to go out and do like a live stream, maybe another Grey Line, because I'm really enjoying the Grey Line, guys. It's so much fun, and I'm having a blast with that tape measure antenna, I got to say. Holy smokes. All right, 343. So let's go to 345. And here we go. All right, CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meters. This is Victor Kilo 3 Bravo India X-ray. Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray, VK3 BIX. We're calling CQ20, CQ20 meters. This is Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray. We're calling CQ20 meters and standing by. So here's another thing that I don't like about this system is there's no way to do a CQ record unless. So the only way you can do a CQ record, I think, guys, I don't think you can automate it, is you have to go to a program like Audacity, which is also free. And Audacity is pretty awesome, but then you've got to go in there. I've actually done it. So if I open up this, I've done a CQ master. All right, let's just do a no YouTube mention. All right, so I have to click on that. So then you've got to loop it, right? So it's all a bit cumbersome. So then I've got to go, okay, well, I want to do a loop from here to here. All right, I'm going to loop it from here to here. Holy smokes. No, that's awful. But anyway, my point is you've basically got to automate it from, you've got to do it manually this way and set it up. So basically when you go in, so I've got to go here. I've got to press MOX. So now where the microphone is hot, now we have to go here and go. Oh. Whoops, I've got to get that right, don't I? So we are still live. Anyway, guys, we're calling CQ 20 meters. This is Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray, calling CQ 20 and standing by. Okay, nothing on 20. There you go. So no ground wave to Shepparton. Peter. Okay, Peter, buddy, you're in Shep. All right, mate, let's do... Peter, let's do 40 meters, buddy. So Peter, he lives in the regional centre of northeastern Victoria, Shepparton, and Shepparton's about 30-odd kilometres from Euroa, where this radio is. So Peter, give me a frequency on 40 meters, mate, and let's have a QSO. All right, let's do this. So 40 meters, and yeah, buddy, this is awesome. Welcome, mate. Welcome. This is fantastic. So, Peter, I'm actually going to be down. I'm coming to Australia on the. I'll be there on the 11th of March over in Euroa for about 3 weeks. So, if you're around, mate, would love to, catch up, grab a coffee or whatever, and play radio. So, all right, mate, Peter. Let's. I'm going to call CQ on. Let's go so the Americans can get in, because the guys in Australia typically the guys on 40 meters typically go under 720. All right, let's try 7-11, and I'm just going to quickly tune it up. And okay, so there's some noise for you. It's like that all the way. Ah, yuck. Okay. CQ 40 meters. This is Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray. Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray. We're calling CQ 40 meters and standing by. Hey. CQ 40 meters, CQ 40. This is Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray, VK3 BIX, remote from Canada, running the Flex radio 13,000 kilometers away. We're calling CQ on 40 meters and standing by. Nothing, Peter? You can't hear me, mate? You know what? I think you're right, Don. All right, you're right. I'm going to drop down. Good point. I actually don't. That's a good point for band plans. Okay, there we go. CQ 40, CQDX. This is Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray, VK3 BIX. We're calling CQ40 and standing by. Hey, Peter, what about 10 megahertz? What about, excuse me, what's 10? What's that? 30 meters. You want to try 30? CQ. This is Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray, VK3 BIX. Well, we're calling CQ 40 meters and standing by. I want to make sure my radio's working. If I was down in your noise. Okay.
Victor Kilo 3, Sierra Romeo Charlie.
Wow. Okay, he's strong. All right, guys. So Norman, let's.
VK3 Sierra Romeo Charlie, VK3 November Lima Yankee. Go ahead.
Roger, VK3 November Lima.
Okay, so let's try a couple of these filters.
VK3 SRC. Looks like we've spoken before some time ago. When was that? First of this year, that's right. Oh, a long time ago. 20th of first. No, that's today. When was it? When was the last time? Oh, we'll get it. 11th of May, 22. That was a long time ago. My name is Joe. I'm here with Julie, and we're in Oakley, Victoria, and you're putting in a good signal.
So that's Melbourne.
VK3NLY, VK3SRC.
So Oakley is it's a suburb, basically southeast of Melbourne. So he's about 150 kilometres from this station. So that's good. It's working. All right, I'm going to try. Let's try. Oh, he's in Ballarat. So Ballarat is west. Yuck. Hang on a sec. All right, Norman, let's try 10 meters, buddy. All right, let's try 10 meters, Norman. Let's go 28,442. How's that, buddy? Is this frequency in use? This is Victor Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray. Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray. Yes, the AGCT slider is fantastic. Yeah, I got to learn more about it, and then it's the whole thing about the speed, right, Don? You know, whether you go fast or slow or medium. All right, Norm, I'm going to call CQ a bit on this, and then we'll go back to the Hermes Lite. Okay, CQ10 meters. This is Victor Kilo 3, Bravo India X-ray, VK3 BIX. We're calling CQDX, CQ Delta X-ray. This is Victor Kilo 3, Belgium, Italy X-ray. We're calling CQDX and standing by. G'day, Bill. How you doing, buddy? All right, Bill. I'm going to go and change my antenna over for my fence so I can see if I can work you. Hang on a sec. All right, you know what? I'll try it one more time. This is Victor Kilo 3 BIX, VK3 BIX. We're calling CQ 10 meters. This is Victor Kilo 3 BIX. We're calling CQ 10 and standing by. I'm going to do that right now, Don. Okay. I've actually got that outside right now. Yeah, let's try it, Bill. I'm going to change over to my fence antenna. Okay, CQDX, CQ Delta X-ray. This is Victor Kilo 3 BIX, Victor Kilo 3 Bravo India X-ray. We're calling CQ10 and standing by. All right, nothing heard, mate. I'm gonna pack this one up. All right, guys. So let's go back to the thetas, and I'm going to try that. I'm actually going to change everything, guys. So just give me we'll do a quick little commercial break, and I'm going to put it on this QSO here, and I'm going to go and change my antenna out for my fence antenna. And yep, and then we'll do this for about another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm going to pack up this this lovely live stream. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you?
Any power, I'm running about, 800 into the Kuprianczyk A4S, which is looking out that direction.
How good is that? I love this.
Yeah, well, I tried something different.
And then you drop this down, right? Bring that up.
Down the top there. Actually, trying to get Mary Island.
All right, guys, give me 1 sec. I'm going to change it over and get the fence antenna for a bit of 40 meters.
A little bit of compression. Great night. Come on.
Well, actually, before I do, guys, let's just try this one more time on 20. Well, I've got it set up because that's a bit of a pain. All right, let's go to 345. Here we go. Let's call CQ here and quickly. All right, I've got a 1-to-1 SWR because I've got a resonant antenna outside. All right, here we go. CQ, CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meters. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. We're calling CQ20 meters and standing by. Holy smokes, I get it. There he is, Mr. Mudd. How you doing, Wes? Mate, I've got an S9 noise floor, buddy, and you're coming over the top, mate. I got you at about I'd say about a 5.5, buddy, QSL. Wow, isn't that amazing, mate? So you said I'm a 5.9. Well, that's amazing. So I'm actually going to go outside, mate, and switch over my antenna to the fence. And because I think with the grey line, and as Don said, it'll probably be better for receive and transmit. So just give me a minute there, buddy. All right, buddy, just stand by. I'll be 2 minutes. So now, guys, I am on my fence. I am on my fence antenna. Look at the noise floor now, S6. This is why I'm going to get a big, dirty, great beam here at the home QTH. Look at that. So what I'm going to do, this is absolutely extraordinary. So what I'm going to quickly do is I click on tune. Now, by the way, if anybody has one of these XPA amps, the tuner on it is, I'm finding rubbish. So I've actually got one of these little cheap ATU 100 for $60. So I run it through the XPA amp. I'm going to do a video on this, guys. If there's any interest, let me know. Put a comment below, because I think if any of you are going down this road, this rabbit hole, getting this little tuner set up is pretty cool. So then all you do is click. It says you're supposed to go to CW and all that sort of stuff. So I just essentially click on this. I've got to turn the driver down. That set, bring the SWR down. There we are. Now we're 1-to-1, 1.4 to 1. So we're outputting 70 watts. All right, there we go. Look at this. Holy smokes. Look at this. I can't believe it. Now we've got a nice quiet signal. Look at that. SWR at the top, guys. Yes, it's a tuner, but it's working. G'day. This is Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-Ray coming to you on the Hermes Lite with the fence post or fence antenna we're calling CQ and standing by. CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meters. This is Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-Ray. Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-Ray coming to you on a fence antenna by Alpha Antenna. That's a beauty. It's the big, I think it's called the Senior. It's the Senior that's about 60 feet long and it's about 7 feet off the ground, but it's an S6 noise floor. I love it. Anyway, we're calling CQ. CQ, anybody anywhere, come and say good day. Love to hear from you, QRZ. Okay, nothing. All right, let's try 40 meters. Oh, Don. Okay, so Don, I learned. All right, guys, so I learned something else. So, guys, check this out. I love this about this radio. So I love to shout into the microphone. So if I go like this, I can have it. This is almost duplex. I kid you not. And I guess it's the functionality of Vox, right? And sorry, I'm a bit of a slow learner, but if I click on this, and every time I chat, it starts transmitting. So I can go CQ, 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 CQ. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray, Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray. And now I'm going to drop my voice down and it will automatically go into receive. We're calling CQ20 and standing by. Now that is cool. That is really cool. Oh, you can hear me. Oh, really, buddy? You can hear me on the other. Yeah, I know, Nick. It's all a compromise, mate. Unfortunately, but this has got an S6 noise floor, and the other one's a resonant. It's a resonant V2V dipoles. All right, I'm just reading up here what Don said. Click the AGC slider. Oh yes, okay. Don, I love you, man. This is unreal. So I click on it. Oh, there we go. Right click on it. Are you kidding me, Don? No way. Don, holy smokes.
This is Alpha Charlie 3, Sierra Hotel at Alpha India 7 Julia Uniform from Kilo 11044 in northern Utah. QRZ for Parks on the Air.
Alpha.
This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray. Woohoo! I'm just trying. It's funny. I don't hunt poda guys very often, and I noticed that I tend to take the guys at the tail end of the poda guys, and rather than jumping in and giving the first call. And some of them, they get to know you. A lot of the hunters get to know your idiosyncrasies. They get to know the idiosyncrasies of how you operate. Listen to that audio. Unbelievable. I love it. And that's with a fence antenna. All right, Bill, let's go to 40 meters. All right, 7.281. Okay, we've got terrible noise on 40. About S9. Find me a frequency there, Bill. Oh, that's a bit quieter. There we go. Okay, 7258. Try that, Bill. I've got to go here. I've got to adjust the manual band here. Now we go tune. Okay, we're 1-to-1. So we have a terrible noise floor. Bill, yeah, totally, Don. Why do you get such a big ka-chunk when you unkey? Oh, that's because, mate, I'm tuning it up. I'm running it through a tuner. Okay. Okay, Victor Echo 7, Alpha Juliet Kilo. I think I'm running at about, peaking at about 65 watts. Victor Echo 7, Alpha Juliet Kilo. You there, Bill? This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. Copy, mate? Come on, Bill. Where are you, mate? Nothing? Victor Echo 7, Alpha Juliet Kilo, Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. How do you copy there, Bill? Do you copy it all over the snowfields of the Malahat QSL? Yeah, I think it's because I'm right. I think it's just because I think what's happening is it's because I've got it loaded. So anyway, we'll go. Yeah, let's try one more swan song on 20, guys. I'll go and put the big beam on, or not the big beam, but the what is it? The big vertical, and let's do a few more calls, and then I have to go and pick up my daughter. And you guys are awesome. I've really enjoyed this. Guys, and I'm going to work on a better antenna system at home here. And please let me know what you think. If I should do more of these on Friday nights, I get pretty good at speaking to myself as I'm shouting at people, but I love it. You guys are awesome, and it's fun just playing with toys and talking radio. All right, let me just change it over to 20 meters again. So, mate, there's a few considerations here why it goes ka-chunk. I think the main one would be the fact that I'm running this microphone. This is basically a equivalent to an SM58 Shure microphone. I'm running it into a mixer. I'll show you guys that have just joined. I'll make this. I'll bring this up to full screen again for the guys that have just joined, and I'll turn off my wonderful screen. Sorry, guys. 1 sec here. Virtual background. None. So the way I've got this mapped is, so here's the Zygu. There's the Zygu there. There's the XPA. So basically I'm running this microphone here, and it goes into this R24 amplifier. Little mixer. It's great. It's actually a passive mixer. It's a beauty. And then from there, I've got just basically got the output line out going as a line into my computer. And then from here, I've got the Hermes Lite coming into here as the input. So there's the Hermes Lite there. Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't want to start stuffing around with voltage discrepancies and possibly doing the wrong wiring and stuff. So I invested in one of these off eBay. It's the RBI-1A. Anyway, I think I need to do a video on this. So from there, I've got that going into this little guy here. Can you see that? So there's the little tuner there, little automatic tuner. So I'm using that instead of the tuner on the XPA. So I think, mate, to answer your question, we've got a lot of moving parts here. So I think what's happening is there's an overload of modulation, and when I drop the mocks off, it doesn't have time to respond immediately. So I think that's why we get that ka-chunk. Anyway, it's definitely better than the. There's my lovely green screen. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's call a few more on 20 meters, guys. Then I have to make like a tree and leave and go and get my daughter. All right, guys. So here we go. Now all you need to do is set up the pure signal. Absolutely, Don. I know. I've been looking at Chuck's videos about that. That is a heck of a pulse to push into your radio. Absolutely, mate. Too many chefs in the kitchen. G'day, Randall. How you going, mate? Good to see you, buddy. All right, here we go. 14-3-4-5. Let's play radio. And then I believe Friday night there is somebody else's live streaming. So I'll cut this short. So here we go, guys. Let's go. We have the SWR. I got to turn this back. So one of the things that's a bit of a pain is the manual. You have to actually manually change the bands on the XPA. It's a good little lamp, though. What I like about it, it does give you 100 watts, and I've got the adapters. I can use it on the for the 705, which I love. So, right, there we go, tuning up. Okay, that'll do. All right, here we go, guys. Let's play radio. This is okay, I got to press this. Okay, CQ 20 meters, CQ 20 meters. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray, Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. We're calling CQ 20 meters, CQ 20 meters. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. We're calling CQ 20 meters and standing by. Okay, the Kilo Delta 9 station. Step right up, buddy. Woohoo! Sorry, mate. I just got to turn the volume up just a little bit for my headset. How do you copy, mate? I think you're about a 5.9 over here, QSL. Nothing heard. Anyway, mate, I think that was you, Aiden. Kilo Delta. Yeah, no, it wasn't Aiden. But anyway, whoever you were there, buddy, come back and say good day. I think something happened. Maybe. No, I'm running about 60 watts. I should be able to get out there. And Darrell still hears me in Tennessee. That's fantastic. Anyway, guys, this is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. Victor Alpha 7. I'm going to just turn the drive up a little bit, make it a little hotter. Get some more power, heat behind the beat here. Anyway, we're calling CQ20 and standing by.
Is it correct?
Okay. Holy smokes. Okay. Yeah, I heard Randall in there. Kilo Romeo 5. Echo. How you doing, buddy? You're about a 5.3 QSL. Woo! Roger. 5.7. Holy smokes, mate! Holy smokes! Well, that is unbelievable. So I got to get this. I got to get this receive right. And as you say, Don, a little have a receive antenna would be great. So it's certainly getting out. Well, that's great. Thanks so much for that, Randall, and appreciate you watching the live stream and playing radio, mate. Roger, buddy. You take care there, mate. 7-3. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray, QRZ.
Victor Echo 5, Victoria Kilowatt.
Okay, VE5, Victor Kilo. How you doing there, Rob? You're 5.9. Beautiful signal, mate. QSL. Holy smokes, listen to that audio, guys.
QSL. You're coming in here as well, a 5.9 plus 10. 5.9 plus 10 and down to a 5.7 at times.
Roger, mate. Well, check out your audio on the live stream, mate, on the Flex Radio. These filters are absolutely incredible. And I've got seriously an S9 noise floor, QSL.
QSL, yeah, I've been watching that. Yeah, my noise floor down here has been going down. I think everybody's turning pictures like that.
Roger, mate. Oh, no, it's all good fun. I'm going to start fiddling around with some AI stuff because I know, like anything, you know, the old days of 78s with the old records, they used to shape the shellac. They used to shape the grooves as a V, and the needle would catch the sides of the groove to get the signal from the bottom. And so that was all the frequency range. And I'm sure it's the same as ham radio. It's only a certain frequency you got to get rid of, right? Roger, mate. Well, you just faded on me, Rob. Anyway, buddy, thank you so much, mate, for everything. Thanks for dropping by. And we will see you on the Discord, buddy.
You betcha. Okay, yeah, you're up and down as well. So let's get back to the others. Over.
Roger, mate. I've got to split here soon anyway. So, buddy, thank you so much. Have a great evening and stay warm there, mate. This is so fun.
Stay well.
All right, guys, this is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray, running a Hermes Lite radio. It's a lot of fun. Hermes Lite through a XPA Zygu amp. We're calling CQ20 and standing by. Oh, holy smokes. Hang on a sec. Let me just turn the noise filter off. Try again, buddy. Nah. I'm so sorry, buddy. I just can't do it. Anyway, so that's my homework for the, or my challenge, if you will. I've got to get that noise floor down, buddy, but I can hear you right there. You're right at the noise level, QSL. Oh, thanks, Don. All right, guys, a couple more calls here. Then I have to race off and pick up my daughter. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray, coming to you on a Hermes Lite. We're calling CQ 20 meters and standing by. Okay, I think I heard a station ending in Alpha Kilo, was it, QSL? Okay, I think I heard of, was it Victor Alpha 7? Was there a Victor Alpha 7 station there, QSL? Oh, it's hard. Look at that noise. Holy smokes. You can hear me. Oh, Kilo Delta 9, Victor Sierra uniform. Roger, buddy. I'm sorry, mate. This is absolutely it's tormenting because I know you're there, buddy. And if I was down at the Poda Park, you'd be roaring in. But I've got such a horrendous noise floor, so I'm really sorry, mate. I can't quite pull you out. But it's not you, is it, Bill? All right, I'm going to call out a couple of guys in the chat here. Kilo Delta 9, Victor Sierra uniform. How you doing there, Kevin? Can you hear me, buddy? QSL? Oh, yeah, 4-4. All right, my friend, we're going to have a bit of fun now. I'm actually going to mute this. I'm going to get my extra hands going, and we're going to go to 14.345. I'm going to use the web SDR. We're going to have some fun here. All right, buddy. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray with a terrible noise floor. Anyway, we're calling CQ20 and standing by. CQ20, 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 CQ20. This is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray. Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-Ray. We're calling CQ 20 meters and standing by. Okay. The station in Quebec, Whiskey Bravo. Go ahead, buddy. Roger, Roger, November 7, Whiskey, Quebec, Bravo. Thank you so much, mate. I've got a horrendous noise floor here, buddy, but I got you about a, I'd say you're about a 5-1, QSL.
Yeah, QSL. The beam's coming around. We're not quite sure that there should be a little better here. Go ahead.
Roger, mate. Well, let me just take off the turn this off and try the radio. So come back again, mate.
This is November 7th, Quebec X-Ray Bravo. Dan in northern Utah.
Oh, Dan, there you are, buddy. All right, I can hear you on the Flex on the Hermes Lite radio, buddy. You're 5'9". You're booming in, mate. QSL. Woo.
No, you're 5'9" plus 10.
Roger, mate. Oh, this is so much fun. Holy smokes, this thing's a dynamo. Good on you, mate. Thank you so much, Dan. Name here is Simon. Thanks for playing radio, mate. Have a great night. 7-3.
Yeah, very good. What exactly is it that you're using?
I am using a Hermes Lite, Hermes Lite 2, and I am running it through an XPA Zygu 100-watt amp QSL.
All right, that's one I'm not familiar with. I'll have to Google it and take a look at it. No, sounds good. Sounds good. So, yeah. From what I haven't taken a look at your exact location on QRZ yet, but based on where I'm pointing, I figure you're somewhere in BC.
I am, mate. I'm an Aussie lost in BC. No, I'm in Victoria, BC, buddy. And if you've got a pencil there, my call sign's Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-ray. If you put my call sign into YouTube and you go 1 hour and 25 minutes into the live stream, you'll see the Hermes Lite 2 set up on Thetis as a SDR interface, and you'll hear our QSO, mate, and you'll hear how wonderful you sound on this radio, QSL.
All right, very good, very good. All right, well, Simon, yeah, nice to meet you, and I'll let you move on down the line here. But no, you sound signal. Good. Once I got the beam pointing at you, it's definitely
that's amazing.
Works, so. All right, good luck to you, and have a good evening.
All right, mate. Take care, buddy. 7-3. Thanks for coming out and saying good day, Dan. Have a great night, buddy. All right, guys. Last call. This is Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-ray. Playing a little bit of Hermes Lite here, live streaming and some Friday fun. QRZ. Okay, guys, nothing heard. I have to go clear now. So thanks, everybody, for playing radio. And 7-3, this is Victor Alpha 7, Bravo India X-ray. We are clear. Thanks, everyone. All right, mates. I have to run. I got to run off and get my daughter and so on. But thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment below if you want more on this on the Hermes Lite. It's a massive learning curve for me. And if you'd like for me to do more Friday streams, and I know I'd like to do some more with Mr. Mudd and Bill and Charlie and whoever else, and do the IRLP thing, and hopefully Chris in the UK. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun. So thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Lorene, love you, sweetie. Thanks, Darrell. Thanks for all your support. Thank you, everybody in the chat. You're awesome. And it's been an absolute hoot. Good on you, Scott. And Don, thanks for all your wisdom, mate, and your experience with this stuff and your knowledge, mate. Really appreciate it. And seriously, I got big ears and an open mind, mate. I love learning. So please, whatever you can fill me in on with this stuff, I love it, because I think it's pretty interesting. And I think for all of us, it's old meeting new technology, and I think the quote unquote new is we're right on the cutting edge that now we can integrate this with AI. It's pretty insane when you think about it. Hey, imagine being able to mitigate and get rid of that, eradicate 80-90% of the noise. I mean, as a jazz purist, there was a guy back in Australia years ago, or he actually might have been I think he was ex-British guy who worked for the BBC, moved to Australia. He started digitizing 78s, old jazz shellac 78s, and like I was explaining earlier, guys, I'm not sure of the angle, but I think the 78s were like that, and then the vinyls, they were more of a U shape, and essentially with the needle with the 78, when it went in to receive the signal on the bottom of the groove, it picked up all of the superfluous noise on the walls of the groove. And that's why vinyls became so superior, because they shaped it accordingly so the needle would pick up the sound waves and all the sound at the bottom, and not get all of that noise off the side of the walls of the groove. And I think it's the same thing with this. But anyway, getting back to this guy that did that, some of the critics were saying it was great, but it was quote unquote not perfect. So there's always going to be the jury out that you're going to lose some of the signal or the quality and that sort of stuff. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun. I'm loving it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am going to disappear now, and we will see you next week. And I've some supplies have arrived, and I'm going to get building. So I've got beams to build and other fun antennas. So thanks, everybody. You're awesome. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night. And you're right. We'll see you when we're looking at you. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.